Bingo, bingo, bingo.
Good morning, you guys, and welcome to Cup of Joe. I'm your host, Jordy, and today I am joined with...
John, how's it going, everybody?
Oh, yeah, we are super excited to be here. TGIF, we've had some crazy jackpots go out this week, and we got some crazy ones on the line for you guys as well today. We're going to be coming at you live all day long on our Pilot TVs, Pilot Player Connect app, pilotgames.com/PilotTV, as well as YouTube Live and Twitch. Both of our channel names for you are MegaSota.
That's right, and you might be watching on some brand new Pilot TVs because we recently installed them at some new locations. These locations include Elks Lodge over in Red Wing, Main Street Bar in Hopkins, the Blacktop Bar and Grill, Dar's Pub, Corner Bar in Goodhue, Ambience on Albion, Old 16, and Shenanigans Cheer and Chow.
Oh yeah, and we have Pilot TVs getting installed as we speak, so we're going to be keeping you guys up to date with all of those new locations getting them. But you guys need to be in the know about what jackpots you need to be here for all day long. And starting it off early with that Vikings bingo, 12-1, you definitely need to be there. It has $3,920 on the line for you guys today.
Wow, that is looking really, really good. And then following that one, we have the Jackpot 125-cent cards, the minor. That one's just kind of an automatic include on our list because it starts off at 52 balls or less at the very least every day. So it is starting off pretty good because it's at $39.77 at 52 balls. So once it gets to 50 bucks, it will get up to 56 balls or less, and finally once it gets to 100, we'll get to up to 60, and then once it gets to 150, we'll get to 64 balls or less.
Oh yeah, it's a ton of fun. We give out jackpots all day long in that one, and it's almost to that $50 amount already. That's going to be clicking up in that first game. That ball count's going to go up in that second one. You guys definitely be there, primed and ready. But also, I feel like our 25-cent card and our $1 card minors have kind of been on pace with each other with their starting amounts each day this week. And so they're starting out at $53 at a 56 ball count. Once that clicks up to $100, that ball count increases by 4.
Awesome. And then, of course, our last jackpot of the day to watch out for. It's coming at you guys from 6 to 10 p.m. night. It's 6 to 10 p.m. tonight. It is the Skull Bingo $1 cards on that coverall. That coverall is insane right now. It's over $41,990. You can get that in 50 balls or less, and that's just on the coverall.
Yeah, I think that might be my jackpot of the day to look out for.
Yeah, 100%. It is some pretty crazy stuff going on in that Skull Bingo, but we actually gave out a jackpot in that Skull Bingo yesterday.
That's right.
Because it was some pretty crazy stuff. It's our last jackpot on the list, though, so we'll save it for last.
It's the big kahuna of our jackpot, so we'll definitely give it for the grand finale. But we did have some awesome prizes going out to Jay Johnson over at Chart House, taking home $623.
Awesome. And then Scamp over at JT's Corner Bar and Grill won $978. Nice job.
Oh yeah. And then the biggest prize that we gave out yesterday, that Skull Bingo, was it the large frame?
Yes, it was
the large frame. Yep. It went out to the biggest dog over at Miniger Sports Hub. The big dog took home $24,730 yesterday.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, just only fitting that the biggest prize going out to the biggest dog.
I know.
That's pretty crazy stuff. Over 24 grand. Hopefully, maybe they're buying a lot of hot dogs with it. I don't know. Or just one really big hot dog. Yeah, that's right. They're buying the biggest dog with it. But nice job, biggest dog, Scamp, and Jay Johnson. Those were our 3 jackpot winners yesterday. And those technically weren't our only jackpot winners yesterday, because we have another list of jackpots to come at you guys with, because we have a list specifically for the Jackpot Hunter $1 card minor winners, because they go out a lot more often, so they're usually a little bit under our jackpot radar, but one of them actually kind of made the jackpot radar yesterday. So starting it off though with one, it was Bull over at Corner Bar in Goodhue, and they won $316. And then Jay Johnson, that was the one that made the radar over at Chart House in Lakeville, won $623. And then Rocket wrapped up those winners over at Eagles Awatana, winning over $380.
Yeah, nicely done to all of our winners. We've been trying just to keep up accumulating all these jackpots. We're trying to break last season's record of jackpots to give out, so we definitely need your help to do so. But another great way of earning jackpots is through our eTab games, and a great way to do that is through our newest one we've released. It just came out last week for you guys, and it's called the Roaring 20s. It's a ton of fun. You guys can jet back to the 1920s and play a standard deck and win big prizes, or you can time travel up to 2020, play with a volatile deck with larger prizes on the line.
Okay, yeah, no, it is a lot of fun. Definitely check it out if you guys haven't already. I mean, it's been one of my favorites even before it was released.
I accidentally played it before it was released. I was so excited about it. I think it might be like my favorite right now.
Oh yeah, no, I think for sure it's my favorite, just because I mean, you have the option of the 2020 option and the 1920 option. It's really cool, and they're actually super different themed too.
Yeah, even the animation style with the graphics, they're very different. I love it. I feel like the characters in the 2020 version really remind me of Futurama.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It's super funny, but you go back to the 1920s and you get a little bit of a Gatsby feel.
Yeah, no, exactly. A little more jazzy and stuff. It is a lot of fun, so definitely check that one out, and maybe let us know which time period is your favorite to play in. Yeah, that's right. But we do have a little bit of weather to get in today. It's looking a little warmer than last time we checked in.
Yes, at least it's above freezing.
Yes, that's right.
But we're going to be checking in Burnsville.
Okay. So over in Burnsville, it's looking pretty good. A mix of clouds and sun. Unfortunately, the high is only getting to 11 degrees, but the winds are only at 5 to 10 miles per hour, so it will be partly sunny today with not too bad winds.
Yeah, that is all you can really ask for, especially while we're in like just the brunt of winter.
Oh, exactly, we're in the thick of it now.
But into the nighttime, it's going to be looking like a low of 5 degrees, so at least it's still staying positive. Mostly cloudy in the skies pretty early on. It'll be partially cloudy after midnight. Not really that much to worry about. Winds will be light and variable, so it's just going to be a cold one. It won't be super brisk.
Awesome.
But just make sure you guys are staying warm, obviously.
Oh yeah, for sure. And if you're moon watching tonight, it will be a waning crescent tonight.
Yes.
So I kind of like how they included that on there.
I know, I love it. I've been each day, Ian, if he doesn't know what it means, he's be like, oh, so what does a waning gibbous mean?
Oh, the waxing gibbous or the waning gibbous. Yeah, I actually I can't get into it. We're in Cup of Joe. I can't talk about moon watching right now.
That's okay. I could go on for hours as well.
Yeah, 100%. But we are going to get into our daily, kind of weekly bingo schedule for you guys. Because we start off our bingo day with this Cup of Joe. We talk about the bingo day, and then it officially starts with Vikings bingo from 12 to 1 p.m. And on that one, that jackpot is at $3,920 and 52 balls or less. So it's looking pretty good for you guys. And that kind of leads us directly into our Viking zone, because it's what you earn points for when you play for the Vikings bingo. And we have a couple switch ups, because coming from 5th place, getting into the top 3 in a 2nd place tie with Elsa, it's Looser Dave over at VFW Spring Lake Park. Yeah, that's pretty crazy, because they're pushing up Sinbob from 3rd place. They're pushing up Steve from 4th place, making some pretty big moves right there.
Yeah, they would have pushed back Bryzo too, but luckily Bryzo was able to get the points needed to stay in that 5th place spot.
Yeah, that's right. So definitely nice job to Bryzo. Able to stick it out in that top 5, and then Scrub Eye able to just, keep it up in 1st place.
I know, but Elsa and Looser Dave are only 5,000 points behind them, and if they have days like they have been, Looser Dave has been taking home like 6 to 7 wins per day in lunchtime.
That is ridiculous.
If he makes it the way he's been playing the last 3 days, he's probably taking 1st.
Oh yeah, 100%. I could definitely see that happen. So we'll have to see what happens on this these little games at Vikings Bingo we got today. But for the location side of things, we got some stuff happening too. He's coming actually from outside of the standings and jumping over a couple people. It's in an 8th place tie, Eagles Rochester.
Yeah, so coming in, tying it up with big time location VFW Blaine. VFW Blaine was one of our top 4 locations just 2 weeks ago.
Wow. Yeah, no, that's crazy. Able to at least stick on the top 10, but definitely gonna have to see a little bit more activity from them. But they are still sticking ahead of Main Street Pub and Kimball because they got pushed back to 10th place from 9th place.
Yeah, they did. They're just holding on barely. They're definitely gonna need to get some more points if they want to stay ahead. But we just have locations closing in on that 100,000 point club. Our place on 3rd is almost there, and I think by the end of next week they'll be there for sure.
Oh yeah, and we got a location closing in on 200,000 point club too. It's insane. They've almost been consistently doubling 2nd place. It is crazy.
Yeah, they've been keeping that steady lead. It's just barely not doubled. And so they have been really stealing the show this season. And so VFW Spring Lake Park is definitely a force to be reckoned with.
Oh yeah, 100%. But we're gonna get into a little bit of E-Tab stuff for you guys. Right now we're listening to Honky Tonk Heroes. It's a fun one. It's kind of themed in a Texan bar and stuff. It's real cool stuff. It has some pretty nice colors too.
I love the color scheme of this one. The color scheme of this one might be my favorite, layout this way.
Yeah, no, I definitely like it too. I like the music too. It's kind of a little bit more laid back, just kind of guitar doing its thing.
Yeah, I mean, every time we do these E-Tab highlights, I always have the iPad with the game on in front of me. That's how we listen to it. I always want to hold it up to the screen.
Oh, yeah, I know.
This is what we're doing.
I know, and then I know, they won't be able to see it because it's like an iPad screen.
And it's all the chords and all. And I know it's never going to work out, but I'm always just like, look, guys, this is what we're doing.
Very, very true. But we are listening to Honky Tonk Heroes.
Oh, yeah.
It's okay. You can trust us. We are. But if you don't want to play Honky Tonk Heroes, we have over 50 different charitable E-Tab games you guys can try. You guys can try out. Play them anytime to win huge prizes up to $1,500. All of these games have small bets between 50 cents and $5, and awesome bonus and free play rounds too.
Oh yeah, they're 85% payout, and with over 50 different charitable themes to choose from, I guarantee you're going to find something you like, even if it is just the cash you get in your pocket from it.
Oh yeah, 100%. But right after those games of Vikings Bingo that we play, that's when we get to the Jackpot Hunter, the 25-cent cards. That's right. And from 1 to 4 p.m., that's when we'll be playing the 25-cent cards today. And we got a couple pretty good prizes in there. We got the Mega at 25,043 balls or less. We got the Major. It's kind of clicking up right now. It's at $623.48 balls or less.
Yeah, that went out pretty recently.
Yeah. And then the Minor, obviously, it's always going out. You don't have to really worry about that one. But it's starting off the day pretty good. It's at $39.77 in 52 balls or less.
Oh, yeah, but right after that, we jump right into that game of Lucky 4 Bingo right at 4 o'clock for you guys. It's a ton of fun, and we have $56K on the line for this. So you definitely need to be here and be trying to hit those Lucky 4 numbers.
Oh, yeah, 100%. So definitely get out there for that first chance at Lucky 4 Bingo because it leads you right into the 23 games of Jackpot Hunter, the $1 cards we play from 4 to 6 p.m. And it starts off with that Mega. It's at $100,000 and 43 balls or less. That Major is at over $8,680 and 49 balls or less. And that Minor prize is at $53.75 and 52 balls or less.
Oh yeah, but that'll be clicking up very soon. So as you guys get enrolled, that goes up. You guys definitely need to be there for that. We've been giving out 3 to 4 jackpots per happy hour.
Oh yeah.
And while you guys are playing those games for those 2 hours, that's how you guys are earning those points for the Jackpot Hunter standings.
Oh yeah, that's right, because it's looking pretty crazy in there. I mean, we have a lot of ties. Actually, the biggest tie was broken up a little bit, so thankful for that. But we have a 10th place tie that formed from it because they got pushed up from 9th place, actually. It's Keith and 2A Girl now in that tie. Now in a new 8th place tie, it's Tanker and Matt. Now they're in 8th place with 18,000.
Yeah, they're staying together. They just keep getting pushed back together.
That's right. And then in 6th place, able to stick it out in 6th place is Brother Nat, but they're tied up with Bull, who came from outside of the standings.
Yeah, they got one of those minor jackpots yesterday, and so that definitely helped them get these points.
Awesome. nice job for Bull, able to get one of those minors. Those minor jackpots are crazy.
Oh, yeah, they really help you out.
Yeah, 100%. I feel like they've boosted the amount of points we've been giving out.
It really has. Because before it was super hard to go, because it was only like 1,000 in between each player, and it would be that way for like a week before something crazy would happen. Something crazy happens every day, and I love it.
Exactly. It is a pretty insane new system of doing things. So definitely been making things more exciting. But other than that, though, we have the top 3 in the 25,000 point club with the first place, Kev, now in the 50,000 point club.
Yep, super exciting to see. And now on the location side, we have 9 out of 10 of these locations in the 25,000 point club, if not higher. It's super exciting, but I just want to talk about this crazy tie that is formed in 6th place because Country Lounge, who was in 10th, was almost about to get kicked out. Got the points needed to tie up with our biggest tie between Titan Sports Saloon and Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards.
Wow, that's some pretty crazy stuff, actually. I mean, able to come from, like what you said, on the brink of getting kicked out and then kind of putting themselves pretty firmly in the middle of the standings.
Yes, they have 4,000 points ahead of that last place location, Mainline Bar and Grill, and so I feel like they have a pretty solidified spot right now, but they're going to need to have that continued play if they want to keep on.
Very, very true stuff. But other than that, like you said, almost everyone's in the 25,000 point club with a special location, Corner Park Goodhue, firmly in the 100,000 point club.
Almost to the 125,000 point club.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, the 117,000 points exactly. They're just going crazy this season.
I think they've already broken last season's record.
I think they have. I think they might have as well. I mean, they've just been blowing them out of the water, and that was their own record to beat.
Yeah.
And if not, I think it might be at 118,000. I think that's my guess. Oh no! Wait! Oh no! There's first place.
Yeah.
No. They had it crazy.
Finished.
I kind of forgot about that, to be honest.
So did I.
Yeah, no, it was just insane. It's almost unbelievable the amount of points. They finished last season with 182,000 points.
Yeah, and I think that we're going to hit that, if not higher, within the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, no, that's some pretty crazy stuff.
We are in our 4th week of season 11.
That's insane. I mean, that'd be crazy if they could break into the 200,000 point club.
Oh, I think they will. 100% they will.
Yeah. Oh, gosh. I mean, they're already well over halfway to, their record-breaking season.
I won't be surprised if they make it to the 300,000 point club, if we're being honest. They have months to go of this season.
They do
11.
have months because, even last season was an extended season.
Yeah.
And then only at the end of last season could they capitalize with the minor jackpots. And now going into the season, they have a whole extended season of minor jackpots to go after.
Yeah, they definitely have some time to run up that score. But back into our schedule, if you guys didn't know, we've doubled your chances at that Lucky 4 bingo, trying to give out that 56K so badly. And so after those 23 games of Jackpot Hunter, right at 6 o'clock, we're throwing you another chance of hitting those Lucky 4 numbers and taking home that giant jackpot.
That's right. And of course, because you get those Lucky 4 bingo numbers at the beginning at 4 p.m. for Jackpot Hunter, but the 6 p.m. ones, they give you Lucky 4 numbers for the rest of the night. So definitely kind of worthwhile checking in for that one before you play some Skull Bingo. Because we play Skull Bingo from 6 to 10 p.m. Especially tonight. No interruptions tonight. So you can go all night at this crazy prize on that coverall, because it's at $41,991.50 balls or less.
Yeah,
and then
that is insane.
Oh yeah, no, it absolutely is insane. Because before, it was insane because the coverall was at over like 38 grand at one point. Large frame was about like 25 grand.
Yeah.
And then the line prize was like $500. And I was joking with Will. I was like, at one point you could buy a car with each tier.
Exactly. That was what, like Wednesday or something, or Tuesday? We had crazy progressives lined up in this Skull Bingo.
Yeah, but I mean, even now it's looking really good with that 40 grand coverall. Now the large frame is at over $1,363.43 balls or less. And the line prize is starting off really good at the beginning of the night too, with $423.10 balls or less.
Oh yeah, you definitely want to be there for that Skull Bingo. You got full 4 hours of it tonight, and on Monday you will as well. But come Tuesday, that's when our MegaSota game night kicks off again. And so at 6:40, like it does every single Tuesday, you guys will be getting a chance at a ton of fun PGL style games, tournament style games, and a Jackpot Jungle coverall that ends off of that specialty night. That's over $21,000 that you can hit in 54 balls or less.
That's some awesome stuff. So definitely come on out for that. But the following night, Wild Wednesday, from 7 to 9 every Wednesday, you get to play a lot of other PGL games as well. And then at the end of the night, they get their own Jackpot Jungle finale too, because they have a coverall prize. It's in 52 balls or less, and you can get over $8,932 before anyone gets enrolled.
Oh yeah, it's a ton of fun. It's Ian and I that come at you on those Wild Wednesdays.
That's right.
And so definitely check out our PGL days. But the only way that you can earn those PGL points on our specialty nights is making sure you guys are signed up at PGL.world. Sign up at PGL.world, become a member of our Pilot Gambling League. You get insider information like a monthly newsletter, and we get to showcase you guys as Newcomer Spotlight.
Awesome, yeah, and the people that did exactly just that, it starts off with Papa Bears, then we got Elf, Fro, Petrax 1, Slacker, Moist, KRS, JSN 111, Lisa S. We got Big Pimpin', Mule 23, Blow It All, and Bergie 52.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But we have our PGL standings that ended off on Wednesday. We won't see any shakeups until next week. And so really the only big shakeup that happened was Wet Santa jumping up from 5th into 3rd, who pushed back Nixon as well as Kick Your Arizona. Other than that, our players really stayed solidified in their spots.
Good job for Nixon, able to stay in the top 5, though.
Yep.
Love to see it. But in these location standings, we got some pretty cool stuff happening. We got Blashko's Embassy Bar making a pretty good run, getting into the top 5 from 7th. Now they pushed up Third Rail Bar and VFW Northfield, each up a spot.
Yeah, but our top 3 are pretty solidified right now. VFW Austin was pushed back to 3rd on Tuesday, as well as American Legion Cleveland to 2nd, with Neeson's Gaylord taking 1st, hitting that 1 million point club and doing us all justice with those PGL points. But to make sure if you guys want to stay up to date with all of the information we talk about on these shows, give us a follow and a like on our Facebook page. Search up Pilot Games and you'll be able to use that link tree and a lot of other great information like our charity spotlight.
Oh yeah, that's right. And if you guys didn't know already, this week we highlighted VFW Post 1216 Austin. Our mission is to honor the dead by helping the living through veteran service, community service, national security, and a strong national defense. If you want to support this super awesome charity, you can go and play Pilot Games at VFW Austin.
Oh yeah, number 3 in our PGL standing. So they've been getting a lot of support on our specialty nights. But you guys can go over there and play at any time during the day for all of our awesome bingo. Because guys, remember, when you're playing Pilot Games, your community wins.
See you guys.
guys, and we give out jackpots throughout all of our live bingo that runs from 12 all the way till 10 o'clock every single day. But it's only the jackpots that are over $600 that we like to count up. And so we've given out 9 jackpots over the rolling week. 40 jackpots for season 11.
Love to see it, and we gave out just 2 this past weekend, starting off with Winnie over at Winners in Sartell, a very fitting name, taking home $1,031.
Yeah, we also had Single over at Duff's Tavern on Main on that Saturday, take home $1,329.
Nicely done. Make sure you guys are coming out for all of our live bingo to try and get some jackpots yourself.
Definitely. Hey guys, and we love our Vikings bingo, some of our best bingo that we have available, but those players that are winning during our Vikings bingo are all getting points towards our Twiking zone. That Vikings bingo, it runs from 12 all the way to 1 o'clock.
Oh yeah, and starting off with these players in 10th, we have Doggo 11 over at the Polar Lounge with 28,000. 7th place, we jump right into a tie between Loser Dave over at VFW Spring Lake Park, Broadway at Broadway Pizza Blaine, and Pooba over at Brian's Bar and Grill. All 3 of them now sit with 32,000. In 6th place, we got Yo-Yo over at Halfley's with 33,000. 5th place, it's Brizo at the Atomic Star Tavern with 35,000. With 37,000 sitting in 4th, it's Elsa over at Titan Sports Saloon. In 3rd, we've got Steve over at Our Place on 3rd with 40,000. 2nd place, it's Simbob over at Corky's Bar South Haven with 41,000. And our number 1 player right now is Scrub Eye at VFW Blaine with 53,000 points.
Wow, that is some top tier play and some tight races that have happened so far in this season 11, and I can't wait to see where this January shakes up for season 11. But our location standings in 10th place, we got Broadway Pizza in Blaine with 34,000 points. With 37,000 points, we actually have a 2-way tie between Main Street Pub in Kimball and Titan Sports Saloon in Oakdale. 7th place, it's VFW Blaine with 38,000 points. With 44,000 points in 6th place, we got Corner Bar in Goodhue. 5th place, it's Atomic Star Tavern in Mankato with 45,000 points. With 57,000 points in 4th place, location home to Sinbob, it's Corky's Bar South Haven. 3rd place, it's American Legion Fridley with 65,000 points. With 76,000 points closing in on that 100,000 point club, it's Our Place on 3rd and Faribault in 2nd place. But then that number 1 location really dominating so far in this Vikings bingo, it's VFW Spring Lake Park with 138,000 points.
Yeah, they've definitely been accumulating those points, especially when they have such big players playing at that location. So make sure you guys are coming out from 12 to 1 each and every day for some Vikings bingo. You guys, we have 2 awesome specialty nights each and every week, starting off with that MegaSota game night, and Wednesdays have a Wild Wednesday, and it's a great way to earn PGL points.
Yeah, and there's some tight-knit races in this top 10. In 10th place, we got RCD over at Pebble Creek Golf Course with 227,000 points. With 236,000 points in 9th place, we got Big Pimpin' over at Incline Station Bowling Center. 8th place, it's Big Dog over at Rustic Saloon with 237,000 points. With 251,000 points in 7th place, we got Sarah Honey over at VFW Austin. 6th place, it's none other than Brizo over at the Underground Bar and Grill with 256,000 points. With 256,000 points, just a few hundred points ahead of Brizo, it's Wet Santa over at Duffy's Bar and Grill in 5th place.
Yeah, a virtual tie.
Yeah, virtual tie. 4th place, we got Kick Your Arizona over at the Beach Club Bar and Grill with 263,000 points. With 264,000 points in 3rd place, we got Nixon over at VFW Roseville. 2nd place, it's Keith over at Billy's Rockford with 277,000 points. And then that number 1 player, they've really been dominating, almost have a 100,000 point lead, and that's Bam Bam over at Stewartville Legion Post with 349,000 points, really dominating so far in this season 11.
All these players have been getting so many PGL points accumulated and really helping out these locations. And so in this top 10, it's been absolutely crazy. In 10th, we we get Cabin Bar in Nicolette with 670,000 points. 9th place is LJ's in Miltono with 674,000. With 805,000 in 8th place, it's Atomic Star Tavern in Mankato. In 7th, it's Blasco's Embassy Bar in St. Peter with 812,000. 6th place, it's VFW Northfield with 849,000 points. With 863,000 in 5th place, it's 3rd Rail Bar and Grill in Big Lake. 4th place, it's Beck's Pub in Becker with 927,000. In 3rd place, it's VFW Austin with 941,000. With 980,000 points in 2nd place, it's American Legion Cleveland, and our number 1 location right now is Neeson's Gaylord, our first official location in the 1 Million Point Club with 1,112,000 points.
Yeah, good job to all of those locations, doing really, really good stuff, accumulating a lot of points. But make sure if you're playing. Hey guys, and we are getting into this game of Vikings Bingo. Some really good stuff. We have over $4,000 of total prizes, and we are streaming live on the Pilot TV, Player Connect app, pilotgames.com/PilotTV, YouTube Live, as well as the Twitch app. Our channel name on both those is MegaSota, and we just gave out some new Pilot TVs. We have some more getting shipped out right now, but we have some new Pilot TVs arriving at new locations.
That's right, and these locations include Elks Lodge over in Red Wing, Main Street Bar in Hopkins, the Blacktop Bar and Grill, Dar's Pub, Corner Bar over in Goodhue, Ambiance on Albion, Old 16, and Shenanigans Cheer and Chow as well.
Yeah, definitely some really good locations, and we had some really good jackpots go out this week. 12 for the rolling week, 48 for Season 11, including 3 that went out yesterday, out to Jay Johnson over at Chart House, who took home $623, a really nice prize that he was able to take home, and actually Jackpot Hunter, and it was because the minor jackpot actually got big enough to give out an over $600 jackpot. But we got a line prize going out to Gilly over at VFW St. Cloud, line prize of $10. Really, really good stuff as we work on this large M. But you want to talk about those other Thursday jackpots?
Oh yeah, 100%. So we are getting over to following Jay Johnson. It was Scamp over at JT's Corner Bar and Grill, taking away $978. And then up next, it was the biggest dog over at Miniger Sports Hub, taking away that large frame on that Skull Bingo prize. It was insane. Over $24,730. It was crazy.
That is really, really cool. I mean, $24,000, it's always a huge thing to go out there. And so super excited for the biggest dog being able to get those. Yeah, those are players that we're going to talk about in a little bit when we go over our new PGL member spotlight.
Sweet, got some new members.
Yeah, forgot to, didn't update it just quite yet. So we get that fresh information that just came fresh off the press. But we did have some yesterday jackpot winners in our Jackpot Hunter $1 edition. Some of them not quite able to make it over that 600. One of them able to, and that was Jay Johnson over at the Chart House in Lakeville, taking home that $623 jackpot. But we do have a $10 large M.
That's right. It's Whoopi over at Halfley's Bar, taking away the large M. Nice job, Whoopi.
Yeah, and now we are working on this $15 must-go coverall prize, as also winning prizes along with Jay Johnson. We had Bull over at Corner Bar in Goodhue, winning 316 prizes.
Awesome.
And then for the final jackpot on that Jackpot Hunter $1 edition, we had Rocket over at Eagles Wantana, taking home that $380 prize.
Awesome stuff. But we do got Tiny over at the Dam of Melrose, taking away that coverall. Nice job, Tiny.
Yeah, thanks, Tiny, and getting that done. Oh, it sounds like that the music that was playing over the thing was a little loud for the people to hear. Oh. And so Tony came in, he turned it down a bit so you guys can hear us even better, more clear now.
That's right.
We got 2 minutes and 55 seconds to get enrolled into this one. But we got some new E-tabs that just went out this year. First E-tab to go out this year.
That's right.
In 2020. That's right. And that is Roaring 20s. I said 2020. It's actually 2022. I get confused because you actually can time travel into 1920, use standard decks and win smaller prizes, or blast on over to 2020 and play with more volatile decks with higher chances of larger prizes. You got bonus rounds that shoot you even farther and deeper into time, and so it's a lot of fun. Definitely check out the Roaring 20s.
Oh, yeah, 100%. And we actually posted a little preview of it on our Facebook page, so definitely give us a like and follow on there. So you can search up Pilot Games and you will see our logo. That way you can see weekly bingo schedules, event details, and reminders, those big jackpots that you can that you don't want to miss out on, player pictures, and a lot more than that too. And you can always click the website link on Facebook to see our link tree, which has those links to bar locations, so you can find new bars that you might want to go to. Other social medias like our Twitter and Instagram, and a lot more than that too.
Oh yeah, we have that link tree that has the links to everything, and so we love those. Being able to have access to every single source of information that you possibly can, and that's on that Facebook page everywhere. So definitely check out our Facebook. You can also know our weekly live bingo schedule that we go through, and we start every single day off with what you're here right now doing, and that's Vikings Bingo. It runs from 12 all the way till 1. We got 25-cent cards on this Vikings Bingo every single day, and obviously you see the jackpot right here, over $3,000, closing in on $4,000 available.
Oh yeah, no, it is looking really good, and I mean, as always, you can get it in 52 balls or less. But following the 10 games we got on this Vikings Bingo, we got the Jackpot 125-cent cards tomorrow. We play it from 1 to 4, not tomorrow, right after this, today. We play it from 1 to 4 p.m., and on that Mega, you can get $25,000 and 43 balls or less. And then you can get the major prize in $623 and 48 balls or less. And then, of course, you can get the minor prize in 52 balls or less, and right now it's at $39.77.
Yeah, really good prizes on those Jackpot 125-cent edition.
Yeah, and then following that, from 1 to 4, we get one chance, the first chance at Lucky 4 Bingo right at 4 p.m. You can get over $56,000, and then following that, that is kind of the prelude to our 23 games of Jackpot Hunter, the $1 cards. We play it from 4 to 6 p.m., and of course, you can get a chance at that Mega. It's it's right at, directly at $100,000. You can get it in 43 balls or less, and that major prize is at $8,689. You can get that in 49 balls or less. And of course, that minor it's looking really good too. It's coming into that game at $53. You can get it in 52 balls or less.
Yeah, really good prizes. Being able to win those giant jackpots that are available.
Oh yeah.
But always after that happy hour that we have, we got Skull Bingo.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. Skull Bingo is a blast. It runs from 6 all the way till 10 o'clock. You got $41,000 available on that coverall because it still hasn't gone out.
Oh, yeah, 100%. It is looking crazy on there. I mean, that's on the coverall. You can get that in 50 balls or less.
It's actually closer to $42,000 than it is to $41,000.
Right.
And so definitely check that one. We got a large frame still of $1,000 and a line prize of $423. All very doable jackpots that you can win from 6 all the way till 10 o'clock.
That's right, but we do got Hippie over at Main Street Pub taking away that must-go prize. Nice job, Hippie.
Yeah, really good stuff. We also have a MegaSota game night that happens every single Tuesday. It's Tony and Nikki bringing you guys all that PGL action every single Tuesday. It runs from 6:40 all the way till around, what would it be, 8:30, 8:40?
Yeah.
Around that time, and so definitely stick around, have some fun with that. We cap it off with a Jackpot Jungle coverall that you guys could take home $21,344 if you win it in 54 balls or less.
That's right. So definitely check that one out. But the very following night, we got Wild Wednesday. We play from 7 to 9 like we do every Wednesday. And on that one, they actually have a grand finale of Jackpot Jungle themselves. And it's usually Ian and Jordy helming that one. So they have a lot of fun on that one. But on that Jackpot Jungle finale, in 52 balls or less on the coverall, you can win over $8,932. It's looking pretty good.
Yeah, definitely looking good, especially for a 25-cent card.
Oh, yeah.
We got some great national days to go over, though, because we get it started off with National Gift of the Ladybug Day.
Oh,
okay, never heard of this one. National Gift of the Ladybug Day on January 28th honors all children with critical illnesses. The day is also an opportunity to raise awareness of childhood illness and support the children and families facing medical differences.
Oh, yeah, 100%. I mean, that's a super important thing to raise awareness about, and that's super awesome stuff. But before we go further, we do have a couple winners. We got Yo-Yo winning not only the large M, but the coverall as well over at Andy's Hometown Tavern. Nice job, Yo-Yo, doing your thing. But yeah.
Yeah, you know, as a yo-yo does, you know, wins the large M, comes right back and
that's right, takes the coverall too.
Yeah, so living up to your name, yo-yo, on this one, but was only 4 balls away to taking home that coverall jackpot with that 56 ball count. So we could see it go out in this very next game, as that was just game number 2 of Vikings Bingo. We're about to get enrolled into game number 3 already.
Very, very true stuff. But
I actually have a story to go with National Gift of the Ladybug Day, and it was a really cool story that because of it's honoring all children with critical illnesses. I met this dog while I was on the beach in Virginia this summer, and I was just walking, and I was with Jordy, and we just walked by. This lady just sparked up a conversation who was walking her dog and everything like that. We had a really long conversation with them, and then we started talking about her and her dog, and she was like, this is the best man I've ever met in my entire life. This dog is amazing. And it was because he actually goes around to all the local children's hospitals and lays in those children's arms for hours and hours to give them emotional support. Aww. And has been with so many kids through their hardest times, and just talked about how good he's been able to handle it all, and how he just loves on every single kid that he ever comes in contact with.
Oh man, that is super cool stuff. I mean, like, that is super awesome.
And I was like, yeah, this is the best man I've ever met in my life.
Yeah, like, no, literally. And I feel like just stuff like raising, like Dave's like this. I feel just like do more stuff to get those kids that support they need.
Oh
and
yeah,
like
it's definitely huge. And maybe giving them some of this next National Day action would help them out a little bit as well.
100%. Because up next, it is National Blueberry Pancake Day.
I know that's one of your favorites.
Oh, 100%. That would definitely make me feel better. But on this day, on January 28th, it is National Blueberry Pancake Day. It brings the sweetness of blueberries to your pancake, flapjack, or even hot cake.
Yes. Blueberry pancakes, I mean, it's a classic. I mean, you can't go wrong with it. Whether you put peanut butter, just syrup, you throw some bananas on that
thing.
Some
honey on there.
Ooh, it's still super good. And so definitely have yourself a blueberry pancake if you still have an opportunity to. If you're on to lunch, I guess have a brunch or a lunar.
That's right.
What is the actual reference to like a lunch dinner?
Lunch dinner? Oh man, I don't even know. I feel like you can just eat anything you eat during lunch at dinner. You know what I mean? So it's not like a lunch food as much as like you can just eat both interchangeably.
Brinner
for breakfast, for dinner.
Yeah.
Oh, they gotta have it. They gotta have it.
Or like that. Actually do like the actual like name, like Brenner. Like I've heard people actually have the name Brenner.
Really?
And yeah, like as a last name, like Brenner.
As a last name. Yeah, I've heard that last name as well.
Yes,
that's fun. I wonder if there is a legit, like, there has to be a name for breakfast. And oh my gosh!
If you could type it right, So if you can celebrate breakfast or dinner tonight, have yourself a blueberry pancake because it is that day.
They call them meals.
Huh?
No, I just looked up what name for breakfast and dinner, and they're called meals. Thank you, Google.
Yes, meals.
I had no idea.
Thank you. I know, breakfast is a meal. That's great.
Yeah, but let's see. What is breakfast and dinner together called? Oh, okay. So
I love this one.
Yep.
This is a great one.
Yeah, this is for lunch and dinner, and Nikki made up Lupper.
No, I think it's Looper. That's what I like.
Or supper.
Supper, because it's like supper
and lunch.
Lupper.
Are you ready for Lupper, everybody? That's a pretty funny one. Let's see it. Okay, yeah, she's combining lunch and dinner. Yeah, no, we were talking about lunch and dinner. So I mean, I said that didn't even exist.
Exactly.
So I mean, like,
she's already got it. She's got it. We got a line prize going out to Hippie over at Main Street Pub in Kimball. $12 on that line prize. Now we're working on a $12 large M.
Lupper, that's a good one. I like Lupper.
But do we have one for breakfast and dinner?
Okay, so breakfast and lunch, brunch, lunch and dinner. Somebody said linner. Let's see. Yeah, if breakfast and lunch is called brunch, then what is lunch, breakfast, lunch, and dinner called?
What?
A bruncher?
A bruncher? Yeah, I don't know.
That's too much. That's too much.
Yeah, we've moved on from
too far down the rabbit hole.
Yeah, we do. We got another great National Day, Data Privacy Day. This one's super important in the day and age that we live in. Data Privacy Day on January 28th reminds us each year to review how our data is used, and it's an excellent opportunity to take stock and evaluate our personal cybersecurity.
Oh, Oh, awesome. Yeah, no, I mean, cybersecurity is like one thing I feel like people forget about a lot.
Oh, yes.
You know, whether it's like changing your password for your like 15-year-old email,
exactly,
or just making sure that like, you know, you don't leave your laptop open like at a bar counter. You know what I mean? It's something as simple as just like not leaving your laptop somewhere like accessible to random people.
Yeah, make sure you still have up to date like malware.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. It goes from physical to like software stuff.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
It's like just kind of protecting your cyber stuff in every way of it. But we do got Lucky Tim over at Lakefront Bar in the center taking away that large M. Nice job, Lucky Tim.
Yeah, and we still have a shot at this $4,000 jackpot right here. Doesn't look like it's happening. Yep, we're moving on to a $19 coverall prize. But we got some more great national days. And to move on from, I feel like we've had a pretty serious day, a string of national days. This next one is definitely, from here on out, I think we got just a really fun, different national days.
Yeah, we got a few pretty funny ones, but starting it off, it is National Have Fun at Work Day.
Okay.
But before we get into Have Fun at Work Day, we do got Whoopsie over at Halfley's Bar taking away that coverall. Nice job, Whoopsie. But yeah, so we were talking about National Have Fun at Work Day. So it says, fight the workday doldrums during this day on the last Friday in January. National Day calendar makes it so easy to do when everyone around the workplace has a birthday. For one example, just head over to search here and enter any date for the current week to discover national days to celebrate at work. Yeah, that's some funny stuff. Yeah, it's trying to get you to celebrate like whatever national day is on that Friday that this day happens to land on.
Oh, okay. So the days that we've already talked about.
Yes, exactly. So have fun with the other national days while you're having fun at work, I guess.
Okay.
That's kind of a funny idea.
Do you have a way of breaking up the monotony at work? I mean, we do a pretty fun job. Like we give out jackpots and all that kind of stuff, and so breaking up the monotony is not that hard. Because
this part of the work is pretty easy to have fun with.
But creating all those iPads that get sent out where you guys are playing at, that can get a little monotonous at times.
100%.
And what's your way of having fun in the workplace?
I know, like we had to stack up like our shipping boxes a little bit, just to kind of organize them and stuff. And we put a robot face on it, so that was pretty cool. Just looks like a big transformer. I think other than that, just like during our breaks and stuff, I know Ben, when he was in the office, he would make little doodles on my whiteboard. So when I would come back into the office, I'd see.
No, we'd always leave like from our 7 o'clock broadcast with me and Ben, and then we'd always head downstairs. And just right before we'd leave to head out for the night, he'd go down. He'd draw whatever he could on the whiteboard in your office. And
he left. The lasting message has been the chick from the slug lady from Monsters Inc.
Okay.
And it just says I'm always watching or whatever.
I'm always watching, Mike Wazowski.
Exactly. So that's just on my whiteboard watching me as I work.
Well, I guess he's just making sure you stay diligent.
Yes, exactly.
He's like yeah, it can't be monotonous because I'm paying attention to you and you better be working.
That's right. I'm always watching.
Always watching.
That's great.
I
mean, there's lots of ways to have fun at the workplace without even being like irresponsible at all.
Yeah.
I get the benefit as I work with a lot of people I really like, and so then I just get to like whenever I'm doing my task, I usually am around somebody else that I am friends with, and I can just talk to them about random stuff, whether it's about work or it's about something completely outside of work. It's really, really fun.
Oh yeah, 100%.
This could break up the monotony if I could find one of these, because it's National Kazoo Day. National Kazoo Day on January 28th recognizes nearly 200 years of the kazoo in music in the United States. The day also encourages us to play and learning about the kazoo.
So the kazoo is an American instrument, I'm guessing then? So it was created in the U.S. because they said it was
nearly 200 years of kazoo music in the United States.
In the U.S.
So I don't think it was created. I think it just took 200 years ago it first made its appearance
in the United States.
But we could see
kazoo. So it was in the 1840s.
Okay. And
brought into popularity by Alabama Vest of Macon, Georgia. So it was made in the U.S. With some dude, Thaddeus von Clegg.
Okay, well,
that's awesome. And the true American instrument, harmonica, kazoo. You just blow into it, makes the music for
cowbell.
you. The cowbell, kazoo, harmonica, and a can of beans.
A can of beans.
That's all I need for some American music.
I mean, some fun music right there. I would love it if I could do like a jam sesh with that kind of music. Like if I could convince all you guys
to pick up one of these things,
and we all got good at it, and we just like come together like once every like 5 years and just have a little jam sesh with all of our stuff.
Just like a little campfire session. You know what I mean? Just gather around the campfire, can of beans.
I guess we might be able to like have like bongos instead of can of beans. I mean,
full can of beans, half-eaten can of beans.
It doesn't have to be, I guess, that like like we have people actually playing on trash.
Yes, that's what I want. But we do.
I mean, it would be impressive if people could get good at playing on a can of beans.
It would be pretty impressive. Imagine if somebody was like, "Hey, what instruments do you play?" I'm like, "Oh, I play viola, can of beans, mayonnaise."
You play beans? Yeah. You want to hear me?
You just start going crazy. But before we go further, we do have a couple winners. We got Scrub Eye over at American Legion Fridley and Loser Lady over at Halfley's Bar taking away that line prize. Nice job.
Definitely some really, really good stuff. We do have one more national day, as it's National Big Wig Day, putting the fun in fundraising while bringing awareness to a cause close to many hearts. National Big Wig Day on the last Friday in January gives everyone the opportunity to play an important role, the role of the big wig.
Ooh, yeah, the big wig. Definitely would enjoy being the big. I know that kind of reminds me of when Pistons fans would come to watch the Pistons back in like the early 2000s when Ben Wallace played for us, and he rocked that big afro.
Yes.
They actually sold afros like at the games and stuff, and they would encourage people like, hey, like it's Afro Day today,
That's
so you gotta wear your afro.
Should I tell you who I want to start rocking his afro? That doesn't rock his afro ever, but we got a winner on this one before I talk about the great afro that he has. It's a Godness, Not Lucky, SNS, all splitting that coverall prize of $20. And did we talk about the large M?
No, it's Zach and Care over and Godness both splitting up the large M.
Yeah, good job to all those winners in game number 4 of Vikings Bingo. We're now getting rolled into the halfway point, game number 5, but it's Vando. Jared Vanderbilt, he's got the braids, but if you ever see him when he takes out the braids, he gets a little fro going, and it looks absolutely sick. Grow it out a bit, and it would be awesome.
Dude, man, he got to pull that out to start, getting to his Ben Wallace days.
Oh, I know, that would be awesome. Pull off the Ben Wallace look.
Yeah, that'd be super cool.
Would be so cool.
that'd actually be pretty
And it would totally fit him too.
Oh, 100%.
It would 100% fit him, just running around with that afro. Looks sweet. And we have guys that are in the NBA rocking good afros, like Jared Allen.
Yeah. But Jared Allen that's a legendary one.
It's a really good afro, but none of them match the personality that I want for an afro player.
Because Jared Allen, he's a little more silly. He's a cool dude.
He's actually an up and coming star. I want a hard nosed grit person who's passion first, going in at it, not someone who's
somebody who's more apt to score 2 points and 12 rebounds.
Exactly. I want a Dennis Rodman type playing, doing that kind of stuff.
Yeah, exactly. We were actually just talking about how Jared Vanderbilt is kind of like a Dennis Rodman.
Yeah,
type of player
Dennis
for us.
Rodman, Draymond Green, that style of player where they do all that dirty work, really lead on the defensive side and getting rebounds.
Yeah, it's almost enjoying doing that side of it more than the offensive side of things.
Oh yeah, I definitely think Jared Vanderbilt has more fun on the defensive side than he does on the offensive side. Besides the times where he's flying in the air catching an alley-oop. Because he'll randomly catch an alley-oop from 5 feet up.
I mean, that's the thing. He's just so athletic. He's good at everything on the floor. But enough about gushing about Jared Vanderbilt and the Timberwolves. Because we got a little bit different of a Minnesota sports team to talk about. It's some Twins news we're getting into.
Yeah, and this one is a little fun trade that I found getting proposed. And it was if the Brewers do trade Adrian Hoosier, one potential trade partner is the Minnesota Twins. Here is a theoretical trade proposal that you could see the Hoosier. You could see Hoosier in the Twin Cities. And this was, it's because the Brewers have a plethora of starting pitchers right now. And they literally have the issue where they don't have enough people enough rotations to use all of their good pitchers. And so they have a little bit of trade value in that, and we have that little bit of a need for a pitcher.
Yeah.
And so it would be the Twins receiving right-handed pitcher Adrian Hosier. The Brewers would be receiving first baseman / designated hitter Miguel Sano, left-hand pitcher Steven Hajar, and $2.75 million in cash.
Yeah, you know what's funny? Cash is such a more popular trade option in baseball than any other sport. I feel like
it's because there's no
cap space.
There's no
That's
cap,
right.
so you can always throw money at it, and like it doesn't affect you at all.
Yeah, and it just, if anything, that increases your cap.
It's just paying for the player. Yeah. That's all it is. It's like,
oh, that's actually kind of cool.
Yeah,
that's a pretty good.
I honestly think that no sports team should have a cap, like on what they can do. I mean, then it does bode for like dominant organizations. Mm-hmm. Like that's why the Yankees are never bad. Yeah, and
actually, last decade was the first decade ever that they didn't win a World Series.
Exactly. So it's just like you get into like really rich power at the head of your organization, and people who are willing to spend a lot of money on your organization, then it gets huge really quickly. But it just is it's a little tougher when it comes to other sports, because it just like a lot of other sports don't want that kind of consistency.
Yeah, very, very true.
And it's part of the reason why baseball, I feel like, isn't as popular as it once was.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree. I mean, we talk about this pretty often, that like baseball needs a major overhaul to like get that popularity back. You know what I mean?
Come back to America's sport.
Yeah, exactly. Because I mean, it was for almost a century, but before we go further into some twin stuff, we do have Julie over at VFW Spring Lake Park taking away that line prize.
Oh, yeah, and if you guys want to help out our Minnesota Twins, play Twins Win at wherever you're playing Pilot games. It's one of those great E-Tab games that's actually themed with the Minnesota Twins.
Oh, yeah, 100%. But hopefully that would be a really cool trade to go through.
Yeah, it would. They even made statements that was like the trade fills needs for both teams, presents pretty fair value, and he'd estimate the Twins need a starting pitching help. Dylan Bundy is currently slated as their opening day starter and is only on a 1-year contract with the club for a second. The rest of the rotation filled out with Bailey Ober, Joe Ryan, Randy Dobnak, and Lewis Thorpe. Hoosier could immediately slot in as the number 2 starter in this group.
Oh, 100%. I could definitely see that happening. I mean, we definitely need just like something different with our pitching room.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of the times we could bat well enough to keep up with the other teams. We just couldn't. Our defense couldn't keep up with the other teams,
exactly. And so just letting up way too many runs. But we do have Brucey Jr. and Zach and Carey. Both splitting up that large M. Zach and Carey is at the Dam of Melrose, and Brucey Jr. is at the Beach Club Bar and Grill, because he's also taken the coverall prize on the same game. Nice job to all of you. Yeah,
good job, Brucey Jr. getting the double win, and all the rest of the winners in this game number 5 of Vikings Bingo. We're about to get enrolled into game number 6. And we have a little bit of Twiking Zone stuff that we got to head into, as that's what the points you guys are earning right now. 10th place, we got Dago 11 at Polar Lounge with 28,000 points. With 32,000 points, we got a two-way tie between Pooba at Brian's Bar and Grill and Rodway at Broadway Pizza and Blaine, both in 8th place. 7th place, it's Yo-Yo over at Halfley's Bar with 34,000 points. Really close to getting some wins today, and it's really close to catching up to 6th place, Steve over at our place in 3rd with 42,000 points. With 43,000 points in 5th place, we got Bryzo over at the Atomic Star Tavern. 4th place, Sinbob over at Corky's Bar South Haven with 446,000 points. Now, moving from 5th place all the way to 2nd place, tying up Elsa at Titan Sports Saloon, it's Loser Dave over at VFW Spring Lake Park. Both Loser Dave and Elsa have 50,000 points. But with 55,000 points, the number 1 player still holding on to 1st place. It's Scrub Eye at VFW Blaine. We've seen him get wins today, and he's going to have to continue wins, as I've seen Loser Dave out there playing too.
Oh, yeah, 100%. But we do have the location standings to get into too, because they've been really crazy as well. I mean, starting off with 10th place in Main Street Pub in Kimball, it's 37,000 points that they got going. In 8th place, it's a two-way tie between VFW Blaine and Eagles Rochester. They both have 40,000 points. But interesting thing about Eagles Rochester in 8th place is that they actually came from outside of the standings into that tie. So that was definitely pretty interesting stuff. But up next, following them in 7th place, it's Corner Bar in Goodhue. Definitely a big-time location. They have 44,000 points. Now in 6th place, we got Titan Sports Saloon over in Oakdale with 50,000 points. In 5th place, we got Atomic Star Tavern in Mankato with 53,000 points. Ooh. Now in 4th place, we got Corky's Bar over in South Haven with 62,000 points.
A little bit of a lead right there.
Yeah, 100%. About like 9,000 points right there. But in 3rd place, we got American Legion Fridley with 69,000 points. In 2nd place, we got Our Place on 3rd over in Faribault. They got 84,000 points. In 1st place, this is probably the biggest lead you're going to find on the standings. It's in VFW Spring Lake Park. They got 1st place locked up with 160,000 points.
That is absolutely ridiculous for VFW Spring Lake Park. Already past halfway to getting to the 200,000 point club.
It's ridiculous. It is crazy stuff.
Yeah, they have a huge lead, and we'll see if they can continue building up that lead. But we have an E-Tab spotlight for this broadcast, and that's Aces High. I think that's Amelia Clark on there. It looks like her. I'm just going to go with it. We got airships. We got a lot of different things happening in this, so definitely check out Aces High.
Oh, yeah, 100%. It's a fun one. But if you don't feel like playing Aces High quite yet, we have over 50 different charitable E-Tab games. You guys can try it out. I mean, they all have different themes, different bonus rounds and stuff, so they're all a lot of fun. Play any of them anytime to win huge prizes up to $1,500. All of these games have small bets between 50 cents and $5 and awesome bonus and free play rounds.
I've always thought it would be cool to be able to fly a plane.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Like that's one thing that like I've been like, ooh, that would be cool, but I'm never actually going to probably accomplish.
Yeah, no, I mean, it definitely is something like I'm just going to have to have a lot of free time in order to get into that.
And like I already got like other things that are kind of in that list that are closer to me doing, like you know, like karate and stuff like that, or like jujitsu or something like that. Like that's stuff that I struggle getting myself to go out and do, but I really want to do it. And so if I have a little bit of free time and I get myself able to do it, I'll start doing like taking classes like that. It would take me forever to actually be able to like go and take classes to learn how to fly.
Yeah, to be a pilot and stuff. Because not only is it pretty time intensive, it's also pretty expensive.
Oh, it definitely is. But I've heard a lot of benefits from it as well. Yeah. We got SS Ott over at Monticello VFW taking that line prize of $11. I actually had a buddy that was in high school that he lived over in the middle of nowhere in mid-Michigan, and he had an uncle that lived in like northern Michigan, and for I think 2 years in a row, we the girls basketball team for the high school I was at went to another stadium to go play their game. And it was actually right in the town where his uncle lived. And so he would just take their little plane, fly to the game, to his uncle's property. His uncle would go and drop him off. Yeah. They would leave 15 minutes before the game.
Oh, my gosh.
They left 15 minutes before the game to fly over there and go to the game.
That is awesome.
Yeah, it was like a 3-hour drive. Like a 3-hour drive.
Living in Michigan, that's probably really convenient. Because, I mean, like, it's just rural at, like, a lot of different places that you can probably just touch down. Yeah. There's a lot of tiny airports, too.
Yeah, it was super interesting to hear about. And I was like, wow, that was crazy.
That's so smart.
It was just like him and one of my buddies went and rode with his dad, who flew them both to the game.
I've never thought about that, like about using it in that way.
Like in just little tiny travel, like because they just had a little itty bitty plane.
Yeah, it's like 15 minutes of fuel.
Yeah, it was absolutely ridiculous. It was really cool to hear about.
Wow. Okay, that boosted my want to be a pilot by like exponential amounts.
Oh yeah, that you could just do a little 15 minutes.
I just take 15 minutes, like go up north real quick, like grab some stuff from the grocery store, like that I like up there, and then come back in 15 minutes.
Yeah,
that's insane.
It was really cool story to hear, and seeing them do it was ridiculous because I like drove 3 hours to get to this place, and they're like, oh, I just left at like 4:30, and I was like, I've been on the road since like 1 o'clock to get to this thing.
Yeah, literally. Exactly. That's great. And then you could even take that further and go like across states with it, probably too.
Yeah, I don't know what all the laws are with airways and stuff like that, and what's all actually legal and stuff like that with that.
They do have like legit like you can't go into certain spaces and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So I would be a little worried about that, doing that stuff, but I think they knew what they were doing. So
it's just like you're like, oh, I think I'll go to Ohio really quick. You instantly cross the border and you look behind you like fighter jets. It's like, what are you doing in Ohio, Sonny?
It's just some like regular cop.
It's Air Force One. Like, what is
that has a cop in the passenger seat.
Has a tiny little just like slap on siren on the side of the window. It's like,
we're the air police. Air police.
It's like equivalent of a bike cop for in the skies.
For in the skies. Like there's the Air Force and then there's the air police.
There's the air police. They're ringing the little bell.
That's
like over the intercom.
Absolutely terrible. We do have 1 minute and 50 seconds to get enrolled into this next game.
Sounds like it'd be fun. I want to be air police.
No, I don't want to be Air Force. I just want to be air police.
Go into the Air Force place like, hey, where's the sign-ups for the air police?
Terrible. Okay, guys, get signed up at PGL.world to become a member of our league. Those players, they compete for points and have access to insider information, including a monthly newsletter that has so much great information in it. We love it when players get signed up at PGL.world, and we even spotlight those players.
Oh, yeah, 100%. And those players include...
We actually...
now, brand new list of players.
Yeah, updated list.
Awesome stuff. Because this list is starting off with Jenna, then we got Hockey Mom, going on over to Vale Girl, and then we got Mike K8.
Or is it Valley Girl?
Valley Girl? It's Vale, so it's Vail. I wondered Vale is, but it is a Vale Girl. And then we got Mike K8 or Mike Kate, and then we got Reyes 22, then we got Reckless, and then we got Reckless 77 as well. And then we got Jasky, and then we got our very own pilot employee. Ben Ruggles.
Oh, well, good to see you, Ben, getting signed up at PGL.world. All those players that just got signed up. Here's a little bit of luck to you guys. Shovel it out. It's a nice, fresh, piping hot luck. So definitely use it well. Win great prizes. Over $4,000 available. 100%. But definitely glad those players just got signed up at PGL.world and are now members of the PGL League, earning points for these PGL top 10s.
Oh, yeah, that's right. These top 10s have been going crazy. We'll start it right off because in 10th place, we got RCD over at Pebble Creek Golf Course with 227,000 points. In 9th place, we got one of those new PGL players that was on the last list. It was Big Pimpin' over at Incline Station Bowling Center with 236,000 points. In 8th place, we got Big Dog over at Rustic Saloon over at with 237,000 points. And what's crazy is that Big Dog actually only has 1,000 more points than Big Pimpin'.
Wow.
That's a super close score right there. But in 7th place, we got Sarah Honey over at VFW Austin with 251,000 points. In 6th place, only 5,000 points ahead, it's Bryzo over at Underground Bar and Grill with 256,000 points. Now only 7,000 points ahead, it's 5th place, Kick Your Arizona over at the Beach Club Bar and Grill with 263,000 points.
We got Lamam and Cat888 both splitting that $13 Lime prize, and now we're working on a $13 Large M.
Nice job to both of you. But so getting right back into these standings, I was in the top 5. Last was in 5th place, Kick Your Arizona. Now we're moving on to next because only 1,000 points ahead in this one too. It's in 4th place, Nixon over at VFW Roseville with 264,000 points. Now in 3rd place, actually jumped up from 5th place. It's Wet Santa getting into the top 3 over at Duffy's Bar and Grill with 320,000 points. In 2nd place, only 9,000 points away, it's Keith over at Billy's Rockford with 329,000 points. Now in 1st place, just going crazy, it's Bam Bam over at Stewartville Legion Post with 398,000 points. But what's crazy about these standings is that from 9th place all the way to, 6th place, it's a 20,000 point gap right there. They're all super close to each other.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm definitely watching out for all these players. I mean, there's some really, really tight-knit races. But, I mean, the player I'm definitely watching out for is Wet Santa, who was able to move up from 5th place all the way to 3rd place.
Yeah, 100%. Wet Santa's doing some stuff over at Duffy's Bar and Grill. Definitely nice job getting all those points. But we got a pretty big-time player ourselves here. It's Sin Bob over at Corky's Bar South Haven, splitting it up with MJ. That might be all ones? I don't know. MJ.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good stuff right there. We got some location stays. In 10th place, we got Cabin Bar Nicolette with 670,000 points. With 735,000 points in 9th place, we got LJ's in Miltona. 8th place, Atomic Star Tavern in Mankato with 805,000 points. With 849,000 points in 7th place, we got VFW Northfield. 6th place, Third Rail Bar and Grill in Big Lake with 863,000 points. With 923,000 points in 5th place, we got Blasco's Embassy Bar in St. Peter. We do have a coverall winner, though.
That's right. It is Whoopsie over at Halfley's Bar in Richmond taking away that coverall prize. Nice job, Whoopsie.
But we got the number 4 location in these PGL standings, Beck's Pub and Becker with 937,000 points. With 941,000 points in 3rd place, we got VFW Austin. Number 2, American Legion Cleveland with 980,000 points. And then that number 1 location, definitely trying to hold on to it, it's Neeson's Gaylord with 1,145,000 points.
Awesome stuff. But we do have a little bit of Wild news to get into. The Wild are doing really good this season. They're 26-10-3 on the season. The Minnesota Wild not only winning games, but are scoring in bunches so far this season. They're ranking 3rd in the NHL in goals per game at 3.82. That's a very high scoring average to have.
Yes.
Even though the Wild have spread the wealth quite admirably, there are still 3 players that have a good chance to reach the 30-goal plateau.
Yeah, that feat of having 3 people hit that has never been accomplished in the 20-plus year history that the Wild have been playing. And right now, we are perfectly in line to do it because we got Ryan Hartman, Marcus Foligno, and Kirill Kaprizov all sitting at 18, 17, and 17 goals, respectively, just 38 games into the 2021-22 season. With over half of the regular season remaining, it really looks like they have a nice shot at hitting those marks.
Oh, man. And you know what I love thinking about when I see that type of stat line? Is that seeing that they each have 18, 17, and 17. It's knowing that our players are talented enough to complement our very talented coaching staff.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean? It's whatever the coaching staff is doing is awesome because they know their players can go out and get it and they know how to draw it up for them.
Oh, it's worked out really well.
Awesome.
And you look at all these top scorers like Ryan Hartman, Foligno, and Kaprizov, and you realize that that's not even all of our top scorers.
Nope.
I'd even argue our second best scorer outside of Kirill Kaprizov is Kevin Fiala.
Yep, exactly.
And so, I mean, it is a really, really nice lineup that we have with all those players playing so good. Now we are finally getting our top lineups back in action again, getting, I think it was Jonas Broden. Who's coming back? Our top defensive man, who's coming back from injury pretty soon. I think that for this Friday game, he's supposed to be coming back, which would be an absolutely huge thing for our Wild. I'll see if let's see if I can find that. Got to make sure I look up that it's in Minnesota and not just random Wild news.
Wild news.
Yes. Let's see if I can find it real quick.
Hey, maybe I'll just look up Jonas Broden real quick and we can find out what he's been up to. He's cleared medically for play.
Yeah, so getting that top defensive man
against the Rangers.
Yeah, getting that top defensive man back for Rangers, where our defense has not been playing great. It really hasn't. No. We're averaging 3.8 goals per game, which is 3rd in NHL, which is absolutely awesome.
Oh, yeah.
But our defense hasn't been matching what our offense has been able to do. And so if we can continue on our offensive prowess and maybe even let our defense improve and help out our offense, we could become an unstoppable force. That would be really, really tough. Jonas Broden getting back on the ice, and also getting Cam Talbot back in between the pipes.
Yeah.
2 reasons why our defense should be improving and give us a good shot tonight against the Rangers.
Oh, yeah, that's right. But we got Not Lucky taking away that line prize over at Halfley's Bar. Nice job, Not Lucky. But that game against the Rangers, like you said, It's tonight, right at 7 p.m. for you guys. The Rangers are 28-11-4 on the season, so they'll be a pretty respectable opponent.
But if you want to support our Minnesota Wild, play Let's Go Wild at any of your Minnesota bars. It is a great E-Tab game that I've seen the play. There's a lot of great play in it, so definitely play Let's Go Wild. And we haven't gotten a really up-to-date fishing report in a little bit, and it seems like ice is really building. With the cooler temperatures hitting over the weekend, that bite really slowed down a bit. But as these temperatures get a little bit more relaxed, we should be seeing the bite increase, and you guys be able to find some really, really good stuff.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, but like you do when you catch a giant fish, send in a player pick when you win a giant jackpot. But it's not just jackpots we want to see.
No, we want to see a lot more than that. We just want to see you guys chilling out with your friends and having fun playing pilot games. I mean, it's what we're all here for, just to support our local charities and stuff, and just have fun and stuff too. So definitely send in those pictures. We love showing you guys off on the stream, especially in the enrollment screen. We kind of flicker through all your pictures that you guys have sent us, and it's super cool stuff.
Definitely like those player picks. We do have a winner on this large M. It's Lee Mom over at Bedrow's Bar 2, winning $16 on that large M with a little bit of a run-up with players in line to be able to take this home. Can it happen? I mean, Mikey.
Mikey, retire. I hope you can after this one. Let's see. Come on.
Right here. No, not happening in this game number 8 of the broadcast. We're moving on to a $24 must-go coverall prize. And we got a little bit of Vikings. That's what we're playing. We're playing Vikings bingo. And with our new hire of Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah, we actually have 5 things that he immediately has to do as the Vikings' new GM.
Oh, yeah, that's right. But we do got Mikey retire and Tom. It might be Mikey Reacher, I don't know, over at Friends Bar and Restaurant, and Tom over at VFW Spring Lake Park. Nice job to both of you taking away that must-go prize.
Yeah, now we're getting enrolled into game number 9 of the broadcast. Well, I mean, the first on this big list of things that they needed, 5 things that he needs to do, is hire a new head coach.
Yes.
We need to get that. Do you have a favorite right now that you want?
I really like the Demeco. Was it Ryan Demeco?
Demeco Ryans.
Demeco Ryans. That's right. Demeco Ryans. I really like him a lot. The defensive coordinator for the 49ers currently.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's the one I like.
He seems personality-wise with the way he thinks and the way they've built defenses. He seems like mentally a very good fit with Adolfo-Mensah. Another guy that I think would be a really good fit with Adolfo-Mensah is Kevin McConnell.
The defensive coordinator.
Offensive coordinator.
Offensive coordinator for the Cowboys.
For the Rams.
For the Rams.
Yes, the offensive coordinator for the Rams.
Wait, who was the Dan Quinn?
Dan Quinn was the defensive coordinator for the Cowboys.
Okay, that's
who he was the head coach for the Atlanta Falcons for a little bit.
Yep.
Then went over and became the defensive coordinator for the Cowboys.
Pretty good
but
job.
I really like the offensive coordinator for the Rams. Everybody who's taken an offensive coordinator from the Rams it's worked out.
Yeah.
Like they're playing good. I mean, look at what the Bengals are doing now that they took an offensive mind from the Rams. I mean,
wait, who was their head coach?
Their head coach it's not their head coach. I think it's their offensive coordinator.
Their offensive coordinator
got hired. Let me look it up.
Bengals OC. Was it Zach Taylor?
Yes, Zach Taylor. That's who it is.
Oh, yes. Yep. I think, he's a head coach.
Yeah, he's the head coach for the Bengals. He took over, was formerly the quarterback coach for the Los Angeles Rams. Hired out.
Look, he was even Cincinnati Bearcats coordinator.
Oh, yeah. No, really, really good offensive mind for them. But just hiring under that Rams tree is really, really good. And I feel like he would fit as well with Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah, as they actually were together at some point in their coaching, in their
Kevin McConnell.
Yeah, Kevin McConnell, and then they have a little bit of a connection.
Okay, interesting stuff.
Let's move on to the next stuff that he has to do.
Oh yeah, that's right. So first off, that's what you said, hire head coach. So we got that. figuring out what to do with Kirk Cousins is the very next step.
Yeah,
because,
and that's not just like, oh, trade him, cut him, or whatever it is. It's sign him to an extension to make his money span over more seasons, so it doesn't have as big of a cap hit.
Yes.
Because I don't think he'll just decide to cut him. That's not Adolfo-Mensah's way of doing it.
No.
Because it'd be getting rid of a bunch of free cash that they have. Like it would be throwing away a bunch of cash.
Yeah, from a statistical standpoint, it wouldn't be the right thing to do.
Exactly, and so I don't expect it to be a cut from him. It may be looking like a trade, but what I really could see happening is an extension that keeps him in Minnesota for a long time, but extends out that cap space so that he doesn't take such a big hit, because he is a really good quarterback, but sometimes just not worth as big of a cap hit that he does on a roster. And so if we can figure out how to find the best of both worlds and get him his money that he deserves, but also give us the money flexibility to be able to sign a bunch of talent to surround him with, I think that would be the perfect outcome.
Yeah, 100%. I definitely agree. And I mean, also, it's one of, like you said, I like how it's earlier on the list, because it is one of the first things we need to take care of. What to do with Kirk Cousins, because we can't really go forward with any more of signings or draft decisions if we don't know what our quarterback situation is going to look like.
Exactly. He's that second leader on the field. But we got Molly Ann over at Sunshine Depot and JK over at the Shortstop Tavern splitting that $16 line prize. Next thing on the docket is deciding if Daniel Hunter is trade bait.
Okay, so we can still trade him.
Yes, because he's signed through the 2022 season.
Oh.
Yes, he is not a free agent this next season. I think he has one more, because I think he did sign an extension this offseason.
Okay.
That extended him for 2 more years. And so he has this season and then next season.
Okay, so he's not even a one-and-done contract either.
Yes,
like if we were to trade him. So he actually did that. That's actually pretty good trade value.
Well, it's next season. He only has 1 season left.
Oh, he has 1 season left?
Yes.
That's next season's the last season.
Last season.
So last season was a part of that extension.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
And so I think there's interesting things. I'm a huge availability over probability. Like if a player shows that they're going to be really, really good, that doesn't really mean much to me unless they're able to stay on the field and do that on a consistent basis. Yeah. I mean, one of the best things of Kirk Cousins is he just never gets hurt.
Exactly.
And so I can always count on him to be in the game when we need him. Yep. Obviously, the one time we needed him this season, he wasn't able to make it for that Green Bay game, but he normally is. And so Daniel Hunter, he gives me that little bit of like, is he going to be able to stay healthy for a full season?
Very true.
I hope so. If he can, I want to keep Daniel Hunter for sure. If he can't, I think trading him would be the best move. And so it matters on what the medical staff comes back with and what they think he can do in the next few seasons.
That's right. But we do got a winner on that large M. It's Pooches over at Friends Bar and Restaurant, taking away that large M. Nice job, Pooches.
Okay, allowing pending free agents to test the market. That's the next thing on the docket. Just letting us utilize that money that we can to the best of their ability, and he will use it to that ability.
That's right.
We do have a winner, though.
That's right. It's Tanker over at Jimmy's Poorhouse, taking away that large that coverall prize. Nice job. But yeah, no, I agree. I think that is probably going to be one of his greatest strengths is figuring out how to use our money correctly.
Stretch the money. You do being the cap magician.
Yes.
I mean, you watch why the Saints are always able to get under the cap space even though they spend millions and millions of dollars. Why the Bucks are able to sneak under the cap space while spending millions and millions of dollars is because of that little bit of cap magic. I don't know enough to be able to describe it to you guys, but Adolfo-Mensah probably could.
That's right.
And so I believe in him. I think that giving him as much money into his pockets would be beneficial for us.
No, 100%. I 100% agree. And last docket on the menu though. We got choosing the best way to use that number 12 overall pick of the draft.
Yeah, and what Adolfo-Mensah is going to do is going to draft the best player available.
Yeah.
That is what Adolfo-Mensah does. Like, that is, whenever I've seen him involved with drafts, that's what the Browns have done the last 3 years, is they sign the players that they need to help their roster, and then they draft the best player available at that spot in the draft.
Okay.
Like that's their way of winning. And then they get a lot of really good talent. Even sometimes it's repeat talent that they don't necessarily need, but they sign the players that they need, and then they draft really, really good talent every single time. It really lessens your draft bust likability, as like you're not overdrafting any players.
Yeah, just because you need them.
Mm-hmm. Like there's a lot of people that like in this draft, someone's going to overdraft a quarterback in this draft. There's not a top 15 pick quarterback in this draft that's available, and some team is going to draft. There's probably going to be 2 or 3 quarterbacks that go out in the first 15 picks of the NFL draft, even though none of them are top 15 talent.
Yeah, just purely because, some team is desperate enough to draft that quarterback with their first round.
And they don't want someone else to pick them over what they do. And so they draft them way too early. What Adolfo Mensa brings is that steady mind that's always going to try and pick the best player available.
Yeah, 100%. I definitely like it. I'm looking forward to this draft, to be honest.
Yeah, I want to see how it works. I mean, we've been good drafts. Last year's draft was definitely one of the worst drafts we've had so far. Yeah. But the previous draft was a really, really nice one. Yeah. And as long as Christian Darrisaw works out, I really don't mind how that last year's draft works out. As long as he ends up being a good lineman, I'm happy with the outcome.
Yeah, no, 100%. I definitely agree with that. But other than that, those were kind of the things that we were focusing on for our Vikings today. But if you feel like maybe sending them over a little bit of pilot luck, as you guys know, we have teamed up with the Minnesota Vikings for that E-Tab game, Vikings Victory. You can pick out a letter in that skull bonus, and you can win some big prizes. It's a lot of fun. Definitely let us know what you think about it. And if you maybe send in what your favorite E-Tab game is on one of the streams, we will send you out a little bit of
Yes, we do. But we are getting enrolled into the final game, and so we kind of got to fly through these Jackpot Hunter standings. 10th place, we got Keith at Billy's Rockford, tied up with 2A Girl at Jimmy G's Bar. 8th place, we have another two-way tie between a player that we just saw, Tanker at Shady's Railside, and Matt at Shajank Boom Lounge. 6th place, we got another two-way tie, Brother Nat at CW's Bar and Grill. And moving from unranked to 6th place, Bowl at Corner Bar and Goodhue, both with 19,000 points. Not going to say the points for the rest of these. 5th place, we got Goddess at Mainline Bar and Grill. 4th place, Elsa at Titan Sports Saloon. 3rd place, Not Lucky at Corner Bar and Goodhue. 2nd place, Bobo at Corner Bar and Goodhue. And in 1st place in the 50,000 point club, it's Kev over at the Deer Stand.
Awesome stuff. Now in 10th place for the locations, we got Mainline Bar and Grill in Barnesville. 9th place, we got Shankaboom Lounge over in Grand Meadow. 6th place, we got a three-way tie between Country Lounge in St. Paul, Titan Sports Saloon in Oakdale, and Carboni's Pizza, CR Billiards in Coon Rapids.
We got a line prize, Cat 888 and Tiny both splitting that line prize of $16.
Nice job. But now in 5th place, it's Duff's Tavern on Main over in Vermilion. 4th place, we got Concordia Lanes in New Ulm. 3rd place is the Deer Stand over in Deerwood. 2nd place is Sundance Golf Banquet Bowl in Dayton. And 1st place is Corner Bar in Goodhue.
Yeah, really, really good stuff. Yeah. Got anybody particular in this list you'd like to say happy birthday to?
Happy birthday, Greg Popovich. Happy birthday, Elijah Wood. I love the Lord of the Rings. Happy birthday, J. Cole. Pretty good rapper. And William Jack Poulter, because he was in Narnia. Why not?
Yeah, I mean, I hated him in Narnia, but he was needed.
Wait, who did he play?
He was the 3rd Narnia that it's the Voyage one.
I watched him once in theaters when it came out.
And he was the whiny, super annoying cousin that like was scared to do everything.
Oh, yes. I know exactly who he is. Yep.
He's going to be playing a new Marvel, the new Marvel character. What's it called?
Oh, I know what you're talking. I literally know what he's
Just
doing.
look up Marvel. But as you are looking that up, we got a charity spotlight to go over. It's VFW Post 1216 Austin. Their mission is to honor the dead by helping the living through veteran service, community service, and national security, and a strong national defense. The location that supports this charity is 3rd in our PGL standings, and so they're a top-tier location that's always coming after it during those Tuesdays and Wednesday nights, and that's VFW Austin.
Oh, yeah, no, definitely.
And did you find what he was playing in Marvel?
Adam Warlock.
Oh, that's what's Adam Warlock?
Adam Warlock is kind of like, it's very hard to whatchamacallit.
I thought he had a superhero name.
Yeah, his name is Adam Warlock. That's his, superhero name.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
But we do got a couple winners. We got MJLL, SNL, M winning that large M, and Carol over at the Sunset Grill taking in that coverall prize.
Yeah, good job to all these winners in these games of Vikings Bingo. You guys are about to get enrolled in some 25-cent edition of Jackpot Hunter. Enjoy it, and remember, when you play Pilot games, your community wins.
Have a nice one, guys.
16,000. In 6th place, we have a crazy tie between Tanker at Shady's Real Side and Matt at Shajang Boom Lounge, both with 18,000. With 19,000, it's got our Godness over at Mainline Bar and Grill in 5th place. In 4th, it's Elsa at Titan Sports Saloon with 21,000. In 3rd place, it's Not Lucky over at the Corner Bar Goodhue with 36,000 points. With 44,000 points in 2nd, it's Bobo at Corner Bar Goodhue. But our number 1 player right now, absolutely killing it, is Kev over at the Deer Stand with 48,000 points.
Yeah, really good play by Kev. But I mean, some of those players really closing up on him, and we'll see if there's any shakeups to come in this next week of Jackpot Hunter. But the location standings in 9th place, we have a two-way tie to get us started off. It's Country Lounge in St. Paul and Mainline Bar and Grill in Barnesville, both with 23,000 points. With 26,000 points, we head into another two-way tie. It's Titan Sports Saloon in Oakdale and Shajank Boom Lounge in Grand Meadow. 6th place, it's Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards in Coon Rapids with 28,000 points. 5th place, we got Duff's Tavern on Main and Vermilion with 29,000 points. With 30,000 points in 4th place, we got Concordia Lanes New Ulm. With 32,000 points in 3rd place, we got the Deer Stand in Deerwood, home of big-time player Kev. In 2nd place, we got Sundance Golf Banquet Bowl in Dayton with 43,000 points. But then that number 1 location, I mean, home of the number 2 player Bobo and home of the number 3 player Not Lucky, and that's Corner Bar Goodhue with 102,000 points already in this season.
Oh yeah, make sure you guys are coming out from 4 to 6 each and every day to play a little bit of that $1 Jackpot Hunter.
There it is, 53 balls.
We're at the Ledge Amphitheater in White Park, Minnesota.
Saw the Blues Brothers 2 years ago with these guys.
Blues Brothers 2 years ago was a lot of fun. Prior to that, it was the Beach Boys, and with John Stamos, it was awesome.
I have never been to a PyCon event before. This is my first time, and I am loving it.
Yeah, this is incredible. We pulled in, parked, got some free beers, amazing free food.
Famous Days!
Hey everyone, Famous Dave here, smoking up the best ribs in America.
Having a great time so far. We got a picture with John Randall. It's pretty awesome.
John Randall is like my favorite.
Skol, 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 baby!
Really cool seeing John Kriesel. Really cool listening to him talk and his story.
This is my first PyCon, and I've had a blast.
Willie is my favorite.
I'm excited for Willie Nelson.
I grew up listening to Willie Nelson my whole life.
Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson.
Have a really nice day!
The entertainment, the people watching, cocktails, t-shirts.
Drink and eat and be with everybody.
Fabulous experience.
Either way, I don't know why you would miss this. That's all I got to say.
He said we're making sure to come every year.
Get your butt here, man. Get your butt here.